We're on?
You are
We
wrong.
are live. Aw, dude. Awesome. Are we going to be able to see ourselves on the screen or no? I mean, it's, the place is clearing out. I hope everybody enjoyed the debate. I hope it was fruitful. I was bored. I'm doing a joint thing, by the way, with the Convo Couch. Here is Craig
Yes.
Pasta Dardula. We're going to be monitoring things live. Johnny, can you monitor the super chats if they happen?
I'm pulling him up here too as well.
You're going to pull them up? Okay,
I'm going to
sweet.
try to get this over here. I'm looking for him on his YouTube. I can't see it. Is his YouTube up?
YouTube's up. Dreams are up.
Maybe it's blocking me from you.
Here, hit refresh. See if
I
that.
keep hitting refresh.
Oh, okay.
Keep scrolling down. Do you see a live thing?
No, I do not.
This is so ridiculous.
I do not. Maybe just go.
YouTube are a bunch of you-know-whats.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it should be coming up at this point. All right, well, we'll figure it out.
Censorship.
So, no, I don't think that's what's going on. I think we're just having a lag here. I'm pretty sure. I mean, you never know. But I think sometimes it's just technology being a little slow.
There's
I think,
a negative algorithm and you're part of it, pal.
But, well, I don't doubt that.
Exactly.
So, I like how instead of having closing statements, they just allowed everybody to rehash what they talked about in their last therapy session. I like how they went that route. Amy Klobuchar was just like, my dad was a drunk, shut up. And then Beto was like, can we bring it back to the shooting thing?
Yeah.
I'm good on the shooting thing. Can I say fuck and stand on a table? I'm good when it comes to shootings. They're bad.
Yeah.
People think they're bad. They're bad. Shootings are bad.
Cory Booker? In my
Cory
neighborhood.
Booker.
My neighborhood.
He plugged a movie.
In my neighborhood.
Like,
And it
Cory
lost the
Booker-
March of the Penguins.
Cory Booker, this is your last time to speak. I'm going to plug a movie. This is like this. You're running for president, dude. Like this is like no. The movie
there
was
you are.
interesting. There we are.
Lag no more.
The movie was cool. What'd you guys think of the movie? Am I right? The movie. I'm gonna plug a movie. Then Bernie actually talks about policy.
Mm-hmm.
And Liz Warren's was great. Hey, I used to have a lot of imaginary friends as a kid. I would teach them school. Then I got pregnant, wound up in law school.
Yeah.
What was the question again? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
What a circuit. That debate was so freaking long. If that
Defibrillator.
debate was an American without health care, it would have a bunch of medical bills and it'd be in debt from all the CPR it received. That was way too long. It should have been like an hour and a half shorter. And that was painful.
Yeah.
That was I think I might have been right. So I said that I think it was going to be the most boring one.
Yes.
I think it was.
It was.
And I don't know why.
Nothing
I just
of
had that
substance.
hunch. Like I wasn't like, here's why. I was just like, I just have a feeling there's something in the air today. It was a little humid in Los Angeles for this time of year. And I was like, you know what? I have a feeling this is going to be the most boring one of all of them. This one's going to suck.
There were moments, though.
And there were moments.
What was your favorite moment of the whole debate, other than when it ended?
The ending was pretty stellar because it was over and we didn't have to have it going on anymore. When Castro dunked on Biden and dunked on Buttigieg.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was awesome.
When Pete Buttigieg, he had that like big moment of like, civility, you guys.
Yeah.
Let's just. And then he was like, yeah, it's called a primary, Pete.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
We're not playing T-ball over here, pal.
When Castro is dunking on other centrists, he's pretty interesting. When he's doing anything else, he is boring as hell.
Yeah.
His closing thing was so incredibly boring. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I wish Marianne Williamson would have been there for the closer. Her
So
closers
did I.
are always interesting.
Talking about
Like,
love and the hurricanes?
Talking about loves. I think the one time she cast a spell on Donald Trump, I don't know if it worked or not, but I think she did that the one time. Like, she was just like, ooga booga, president. And then, like, he was just like, my spine. I don't know.
Yeah, the reason why she's a great person but not a great candidate for president, you know what I'm saying? The stuff she said along the way has really just hurt her and whatnot. But I wish she was on the stage today. Of course, we also wish that Tulsi was there and stuff. I had another good moment, though. Oh, wait, let's go right
I
to there.
see irony.
What does he
You
say?
see a lot then. I see irony. Thank you very much for the Super Chat contribution. It would be hilarious if Tulsi and Marianne were still the most Googled candidates after this debate. Like,
Wow,
okay, this was
that's great.
This
I
was
see the
pretty
irony.
bad. Let's see who are some people that are still around. All right, we gotta see what else is going on. Thank you very much for the Super Chat contribution.
That is awesome.
Please feel free to follow I See Irony's lead.
I want to get a little serious for a second because I think really To be
Can
honest
you
with
take
you,
this seriously?
no, but we have to.
I mean, this is
coming out of this. We have
unbelievable.
to analyze the public perception of who were the winners and losers in this thing. How about when
Klobuchar quoted Nina Turner? When did that happen? I missed that.
I love that Klobuchar.
Hey, Mars, first of all, it was wonderful meeting you in person, and I hope you're feeling better. Hey, Mars was at our Iowa City show, and she was a little under the weather.
Wow.
So thank you for making the trip anyway.
That's awesome.
Thank you for introducing some of your family to our comedy, and I hope you're feeling better. And I don't recall that. She quoted Nina Turner?
Listen, at one point, this whole
Johnny,
debate
do you
became
remember
white
that?
noise. It became
Sure.
white
No,
noise.
no,
we were
feel
kind of
ya.
sitting back. We were live tweeting. It wasn't even serious. But I
Yeah.
think the public perception coming out of this, I think Elizabeth Warren had a good night. I hate to say it.
Really?
Yeah, she had a good night for certain things. And I'm not a big Elizabeth
I
Warren
thought
supporter.
she was such a snooze fest, and I'm just trying to be
Well,
objective.
her
here,
closing was a snooze fest, but she had a
When
good
was
answer
she
on foreign
not-
policy.
She did okay.
That's her weakest point, and she had a good answer on Afghanistan. She painted a picture when she
What
went
el-
over there.
Where else did she have a good answer, though?
Well, that was the one answer she needed to have. I mean, she just needed to have one solid answer. There were 10 people on the stage.
You got to be consistent throughout, and you got to have
Where was she
some,
bad
some
tonight?
moments.
No, you have to hold serve
Everything
and
else.
pick your spots.
Everything else. Her opener was not. I mean, first of all, they're all trying to
Boring,
make it out.
disgusting, but she didn't put her foot in her mouth today.
She kind of did, though, because here's why. So at the beginning,
Yes.
they're trying to paint it out like her and Bernie are the same, and she's got the plans, too. The opening statements or whatever, Bernie, plan, policy. She talked about what she has in common with Texas.
No, I
she talked about
understand.
nothing. So what
When
what
she
sane
answered-
person would watch that and be like,
Yes.
oh, they're the same? I don't think she had a good showing at all.
Well, listen. I think when she answered the question directly, and they tried to corner her and said, "Would you go against the advice of the general?" She said, "Yes, I would pull the troops home." She said
had an
unequivocally. She made a very sound answer. She sounded like she knew a little bit about foreign policy, where she's mostly
well, and that's
lost.
what she's saying this week.
Look, you got to realize. I'm just saying the effect to the mainstream.
Right, no, I understand what
I
you're
know
saying.
the people in the bubble. We still, because you even said, well, let's see what she says next week.
Right,
I chuckled,
of course.
because that's vintage
That's what she
Elizabeth Warren. That's what she does.
She backpedals more than an employee at a bicycle repair shop.
That's good.
So, like,
You know who really lost today, though?
who?
Joe Biden.
Oh, gosh.
They were like, sit
That
down,
was-
have some
So
warm
do
tea
you
and
think-
cookies.
I think, like, his eyes get red whenever he's lying. Like, it's his Pinocchio effect. You know what I mean? Like I think that's why it
he
happens.
walks around bloodshot, then, Ron. His whole life is walking around a lie.
I mean, joking aside, he does not seem well.
No,
He's
we
not
said this.
well. He forgot Buttigieg's name. He forgot Liz Warren's name. He forgot Bernie Sanders' name. He forgot. The best was when Bernie Sanders was talking about how the United States spends more, and Biden goes, "This is America."
Yeah.
Which, first of all, actually, if we really want to get technical about linguistics here or about terminology,
Yeah.
Bernie was right. Biden was wrong. You talk to people in Canada, they don't like it when we just refer to the United States as America. He's like, no, we're North America here.
Yeah,
Canada is North America too.
Yeah.
America is just like, that's all of us. You're the United States. So actually, Biden was trying to have like a ha-ha gotcha moment, which, hey, Joe Biden, when you can remember your president's name, you can try to have a ha-ha gotcha moment with anybody. Take that with you to Dairy Queen next time you go, you corporate clown. But anyway,
I'm the guy that's going to pull the troops out of Afghanistan in 30-30-30-3333. And yes, my time's up.
I tweeted that.
I know you did.
I
That's why
tweeted
I was
that. Well, give me
Did
credit.
I get it?
Give me
I know.
credit.
I was
Ron tweeted
acting
that.
out your tweet.
Pasta.
I was acting out your tweet.
You just got to say that's what you're doing, Pasta. That's a rule in comedy.
I gotcha.
You got to say,
I
hey,
said
Ron
I'm the
tweeted
guy.
this.
By the way, Ron tweeted
I'm the
this.
guy's not me, but the other.
I know, I'm the guy. That's what Joe Biden says. I'm the guy. You know who we can also talk about real quick about here is Pete
Let us
Buttigieg.
know in the chat if you sat through the whole fucking thing. I mean, we did,
Can we
so
do some
some of you
shout-outs?
don't have to because, wow, what a...
You're
Ugh.
talking about the chat. Maybe we could do some shout-outs real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it. I'm going to go over to Convo Couch real quick. I just want to say hi. Sandy, Celine, Phantoma 3, Robert James, PDD, Freedom Tribe, we love you, Jackie Smith, JJ Wolf, Drew Harley, Todd Southern, and Saul.
We're going to call you, Saul.
We're going to
Someone
call
told
you.
us we better call you.
You better call
So
Saul.
we're calling you soon.
Guys, I don't know if you made it through that whole
We're
thing.
calling you real soon, and we're going to be like, hey, the debate sucked. What should we do next?
This is yours, Ronald?
What's up, Jesus? What's up, Christopher? What's up, Amos? Amos, by the way, we're coming back to Florida. Mark your calendar in March, my friend. We are coming back to Florida, Graham Elwood and myself, which I'll do a shout-out for some tour dates. November, Australia. Don't wait. Get your tickets now. November, Australia. And 2020, February 8th, Tucson, Arizona. Mark your calendars. April 24th, Seattle, Washington. Mark your calendars. April 10th, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Mark your calendar. And what else do we have? March 13th, 14th, Tampa, Orlando, Miami. Mark your calendar around those dates. Anyway.
You had somebody who put a little thing over here. My opinion, the winners are 1, Cory Booker, 2, Bernie Sanders, 3, Andrew Yang.
You thought that Cory Booker
Julian
won?
Castro. Wait, 5,
Cory
Elizabeth
Booker.
Warren, 6, Beto O'Rourke, 7, Kamala Harris, and 8, Amy Klobuchar. Now,
You think Amy did that poorly? Listen, you know what? I got to say this.
She was just non-existent in my mind.
My favorite part about Amy Klobuchar was actually her outfit. I
Yeah.
really loved her jacket, and I'm not even trying to be funny here. I'm being very sincere. She reminded me of an Italian grandmother, which made me nostalgic for my Italian grandmother.
I saw a little mustache on her, too, I think. And, maybe she had a
I
wooden
did
spoon
not.
behind the
I did
podium and stuff. I don't know.
The
She
wooden
had
spoon.
gravy up there. By the way, I got to go stir the sauce soon.
Wooden spoon's
Yeah.
funny.
You know why he thinks that Cory Booker won is because Cory Booker is one of the
Cory
best bullshitters.
Booker is
In my neighborhood, when he grew up in the richest part of New Jersey, in my neighborhood, he keeps saying that stuff all the time. Like, dude.
Cory Booker is like that guy who got really hammered the night before and forgot his public speaking final was the next day. This is coming from a dude who used to teach public speaking at college, by the way. I don't even think he knows he's running. I think he gets reminded every time there's a debate. And
Wake him up. You got a debate, pal.
I thought that everything. I mean, that's interesting. Somebody thinks he won. I thought that
JAP, by the way.
Yeah, no, and that's interesting. I just think he is he's that dude that tries too hard in drama class.
Yeah.
He's like, I will talk about this in my neighborhood. Maybe for kind of low information voters, they might have been impressed
Most
by him.
of the voters are.
But for
low
anybody
information
who knows
voters.
anything about him or his history, he
Yeah.
certainly did not do well. He had the nerve to bring up Flint. The water's going in New Jersey. He is doing nothing.
Yep.
He has a horrible record on education, but he was talking about it anyway. Every other topic he was asked about, he had the very, very insightful, groundbreaking position of, hey, Trump's bad. Wow, nobody ever thought of that before. And then his closer, I'm going to plug a movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And go see me in Newark, New Jersey to get Tony's hot dogs. In Newark, New Jersey, some of the best hot dogs you can get. But we also can't. We have to when we talk
Krillin,
about
thank
Cory-
you very much for the super
Yeah,
chat
he said
contribution.
wasn't Steyer
supposed to be on stage? I
No.
thought that he bought his way in,
No,
but
he
yeah,
didn't
wasn't-
make the polls.
He didn't make it.
When it comes to
It's-
Cory
it's so
Booker,
ridiculous the
though,
way
I
they
also
measure
want to
that.
point out the fact that he also voted against Bernie's pharmaceutical bill.
Yeah.
So let's
He
not forget
stabbed it
that.
in the back.
He stabbed him in
He
the back.
stabbed
So
that in the back.
he takes a lot of money from the healthcare.
But he stopped right now.
Yeah.
He stopped for a minute.
Yeah. Now we'll never forget that stuff. And didn't he take money for the whole Facebook thing too, as well? There was some money behind that. I forgot the whole story. To start some social media stuff in Jersey, he didn't get it done.
I like when they asked Biden, they were just like, hey, you have this horrifically racist past for 40 years. Have you evolved? And Biden was like, poor schools are shitty, am I right? Poor schools, they're lame. We don't like poor schools. Remember the record players? Like eventually they're going to be like, hey,
The
Biden,
8-track.
have you evolved on anything? 8-tracks were dope, daddy-o.
Yeah.
Groovy. He's humiliating himself.
Freedom Tribe says Tulsi won, and I agree. How about Andrew Yang? Andrew Yang, what are you going to do about the troops in Afghanistan? Did I tell you that I
Give
want to
them all
give every
$1,000 a
family
month.
$1,000 a month?
I think his surprise kind of bombed a little bit. Because his big surprise, in case anyone missed it, his big surprise was he was going to give some people $1,000 a month. And he announced that at the beginning. It got a little bit of claps, but that was it. He, you know what? Here's something I thought of randomly.
Mm-hmm.
What if he would have ran as a Republican?
Who?
Yang. What if Yang would have, because he's...
You mean the
he's-
primary?
Yeah, he's a bit of a libertarian. What if he would have tried to run as a Republican and would have taken on Trump in the primary? I think he would have been better off.
Maybe. I don't know.
It'd be interesting. He has a very kind of Ron Paul-esque thing about
Yeah.
him. I know on some issues he's a little more progressive, but not really.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so I don't know. I think that would have been interesting if he would have Republic entered, or however you say
Well,
it.
maybe they cheat him. He goes and tries to primary him.
That's the thing. You know
Yeah.
what? And there's some ideas Andrew Yang has that I like. There's a lot that I don't like, but nonetheless, he is an outsider, and it was amazing when Warren just stepped on his speaking time. And no one did anything. Like, no one did anything. They just let him. He got to talk like one time.
Yep.
Warren just stepped all over his speaking time, and they were just like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
No. And I wish they would have given a mic to the protesters, by the way. I wish they would have given the protesters
during
a
Biden.
microphone. And I wish they wouldn't have reset the clock for
Did you
Biden.
see Bernie
either.
Sanders,
don't worry. We'll reset you.
But Bernie Sanders was like, go ahead, keep talking. Like, pat him on the back. I thought that was cool. I'm not a big Joe Biden fan at all. I feel sorry for him at this point.
I don't.
But once again,
I
know I do.
I do not.
That other eye's going to get blue. You got another Krillin 876.
What's up, Krillin?
Is.
Zuck gave. Oh, okay. Here's what happened.
is.
Zuck gave Newark schools $100 million, and it disappeared. Huh?
That's what I was talking
familiar
about.
With that. Okay, I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to look into it. But thank you.
Yeah. He just took that and went right to the bank with that one. It went and disappeared.
Redneck Economics echoes something that I totally agree with. Nobody has a chance of beating Trump except Bernie or Tulsi.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree. Yeah.
Can we talk about some bad news right now?
I mean, what other bad news is there?
Bernie Sanders' answer on Venezuela.
That was a lame spot.
They tried to
was a
corner
lame
him
spot.
too as well. Like the question, they really framed it with the whole socialism thing.
They wanted him to put Maduro down. They wanted him to walk into that, and he kind of did.
It's terrible.
I mean, it was a gotcha thing, but he could have handled it a little better. That was definitely, I would say, by far his weakest point of the night.
Yeah.
Granted, I think he still had a strong showing overall.
Absolutely.
The bar is on the floor. I mean, there's no. I mean, he's far and away the only candidate that should be up there.
Yeah.
Compared to those, the other people that were there. So.
Yeah, he's good on foreign policy, but he does have weak holes, and this is one of the parts because they even baited him. And not only did they really smear him and try to make the whole, kind of parallel to socialism bad. Look what's happening in South and Central America. But then they said, you even said that you call for fair elections, and the elections were fair. I don't know what's wrong with this foreign policy team when the Jimmy Carter Institute says the elections are fair. You got to take it.
The second part of his answer was good. The way he brought it back to, the democratic socialism, which is actually social democrats of, places like Denmark and places
Norway,
like Sweden, Norway.
Yeah.
That was good. The first part of his answer was
Sucked.
a little weak, and there were other ways he could have just delivered that in the time amount he was allotted. So yeah, that was definitely a weaker moment for him. He had some strong moments too, and yeah.
We got all those super chats so far. Can I say hi to some people on the Facebook real quick? Miguel Santiago, Steve Wolbrandt, Sarah Joyce, Michelle, Jean Guerry, William Pounds. Where's Valerie Flanagan? I'm looking for you, girl. I don't see you. Come on in if you get a chance. And there we are on Get Your News On with Ron.
Get Your News On with Ron in the Convo Couch, doing a little joint stream here with Johnny on the ones and twos.
That's right.
Johnny's been holding down the fort all night. Putting up with us yelling at the TV screen and then asking if our mics were on.
Yep, that's what was going on.
Which we did throughout the entire debate. I was just like, "Shut up! Our mics aren't on, are they?"
Yeah,
I feel like that was. I might have incriminated myself there a little bit. I just yelled a bunch. Are our mics on? And he's like, "No, dude, they're not on." And I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Dirk
awesome.
Diggler's there.
Dirk Diggler, what's up,
Dirk Diggler's
buddy?
on there, and D Wonder Woman, Mike Burns. I remember all these people. These people are cool. Lily Alara. Patty Flacco, you have some of the most educated chats. They all got great opinions. Here's the super chat.
What's
there you
up,
go.
Christopher Park? How are you? When Castro brought up busing, I was expecting Biden to say, "Oh, not this again."
I know, right?
Nice.
Corey Booker even
Come on,
said,
man.
racist
Come
policies.
on, man. I'm going to end the wars in the year 3033303030303030. Have an Oreo blizzard on me.
330. And Patty Flacco says Maduro has offered to send free throat lozenges to all the candidates. I know Bernie Sanders did need one. He had a little bit of that coffee McCoffee thing going on there.
He keeps a very intense schedule. I just saw him in Iowa City.
Yeah.
Very intense schedule, that guy.
And I loved him there. So, old gringo Jack Smith, hello. Anything else you want to point out about tonight? Because it was pretty much a snoozer.
We live in Los Angeles, which Los Angeles has over 50 comedy shows a night. And I got to say, we chose the shittiest one to attend.
know.
We chose Democratic debates. We should have chose any other one. Other one. But no, I mean, this is, and on a serious note, you watch this stuff. This is theater. This is substanceless. This is set up. Beto O'Rourke got more softballs pitched to him than a Little League. It was unbelievable. I wouldn't be surprised if he got the questions ahead of time. They had such brilliant insights as, when it comes to education, Betsy DeVos sucks. Yeah. And, hey, shootings, they're bad. We don't like them. And then they all ganged up on Bernie, who actually has policy ideas. Oh, and I love at the beginning when Biden said Bernie can't afford his ideas, instead of letting Bernie respond to that, they went straight to Warren, who talked about nothing. Yeah. Absolutely nothing. This is set up by design. And any one of those people on stage tonight, with exception to Bernie Sanders, would go up and lose to Trump, and lose to Trump badly. Yep. And we, the American people, deserve better than this. Again, I'll say it again. I said it on the Twitch, but I think of the punk poet Attila the Stockbroker, and I paraphrase him here. And if you don't know who that is, look him up, Attila the Stockbroker. We need a real left-wing party, not just the Democrat front, not another small sect, but a movement with the power to change and confront. We need an electoral system that gives every voter a voice, because we're fed up with voting for wankers, and we have the right to a choice. We deserve better than this. And when people wag their fingers at voters, when people wag their fingers at other citizens, when people wag their fingers at people in the heartland that have been broken by 40 years of neoliberalism, so they took a chance on a snake oil salesman, you tell them to shove it, because this is the plutocracy by design, and we deserve better. Nobody that lives in this country deserves this pile of shit.
Wow. And I like the way Kamala Harris always tried to digress back to Obama or attacking Donald Trump when she was asked a lot of questions.
You know, Kamala Harris would have the best climate change plan out there if only there was some way you could put greenhouse gas emissions in prison. Yeah. She'd be able to contain all of them. Manitalk, thank you very much for the Super Chat contribution. Yeah. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. Where's the comment?
Right, the orange.
Oh. Oh. Time to celebrate how fake, staged, and moronic that pathetic debate was.
Yep.
Amen.
With a hit.
Amen.
Freedom Tribe.
Freedom Tribe, what's up? Bliss is hopping back and forth between Ron's channel and Pasta on Convo, especially after that DNC rig crap show.
Hashtag Tulsa One.
It was so...
Can we talk about that moment with Kamala Harris, the way they set it up for her? You know, they kind of said, what about your past history when it comes to criminal justice? They let her explain herself.
And then no one could respond.
And nobody would respond. Since Tulsi Gabbard wasn't on the stage, that was the exact moment. The reason why Tulsi Gabbard wasn't on the stage is so that Kamala Harris had a chance, 2 minutes, to set the record straight and her opinion about her lousy criminal justice reform.
Everybody had an easy setup. I mean, it was just so ridiculous. Because, I mean, you can't even just say, oh, well, they set it up easy for Kamala. They certainly did. Yeah. But look at who else they set it up easy for. Buttigieg.
Yeah.
Beto. I mean, Beto got more softballs than anybody because they know he can't talk on anything else.
I was hoping Castro was going to go after him today.
I was too. Yeah. I was too. But Castro, they don't care about. They have enough establishment hacks. They don't need any more. So that they got their roster, man. It's Beto, Kamala, Warren, and Buttigieg. Yep. Those are the people right now because they know that, you know, Booker's asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
Biden, they know, is burying himself, and there's no way they can polish that turd.
Yeah.
So those are the four that they're going with, and that's who they're lobbing them up to, and they're trying to get Bernie out of there.
I don't think Beto's in that thing. I think Beto's just kind of drifting.
Based on today, he is. Based on today, they're still trying to revamp that. Maybe after the third revamp of his, he just revamped his campaign a third time. You know what he is? He is the Palm Pre of presidential candidates. You know that phone that nobody liked or bought, no matter how many times they repackaged it and shoved it down your throat? That's Beto O'Rourke, except he's even more boring somehow.
Can we take a look at the Google Trends? Johnny, you got Google Trends you want to throw up here? Johnny, why we say he's Johnny Tsunamis on the ones and twos, this is what we're talking about. We have a monitor we can look off to the side. And while we're talking about stuff, Johnny's getting stuff to get into the thing. It's almost like a DJ that just hears a song going and picks up a record and spins it in and mixes it in. Johnny, tell us about the Google Trends.
All right, so I chose Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Andrew Yang, Bernie Sanders, and Julian Castro. Biden's in blue, Bernie's in green. Purple is Julian Castro.
Dude, this
And
is an embarrassing time to mention I'm sort of colorblind.
This is the
It's
So
okay.
you guys are gonna have to kind of walk me through.
this
Okay.
is the
What
last
this
4
actually-
hours.
So who's the blue again?
Shout out to Jack Smith who says, "I feel dumber having watched that debate."
No, I know. I'm telling you, it was really, really bad.
blue is Joe Biden.
The blue is Joe Biden. So he was searched in a negative way, I guess.
Well, he blew up at.
Well,
let's
wait a
see,
second. In
7:30.
fairness, the Biden searches were just, is Biden okay?
Yes.
Is Biden
right.
gonna be? Biden doesn't seem healthy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's the
there's a
most.
lot.
They were Googling symptoms and they were trying to figure it out.
Andrew Yang did pretty decent on search.
Yeah.
I'd say Julian did okay. Kamala did the worst. They looked her up a couple times actually. She had some spikes.
But
Yeah.
they
It
Googled,
could be negative
they
spikes.
Googled, is Kamala a cop?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out Christopher Park. Preach on, Ron. The liars on stage tonight will be seen for what they are if they haven't already been. We need and deserve better.
It's so true.
We do need and deserve
You know, when you
better.
get outside the bubble.
So
it's
who's
so
that yellow?
true.
Who's the yellow?
That's
Andrew
Yang.
That's Yang.
Yang.
And then
Gang.
look, blue is Biden
So-
over here in Montana.
Was Yang the most searched? That's yeah. I'm talking about the map. That's what I'm. So was Yang the most searched then?
The average over here has Yang at the top.
Yes.
Average of the last 4
See,
hours.
you know why I think that is? I think it's because, and like Yang is the most searched tonight. Tulsi has been the most searched multiple times.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason for this,
Yeah.
and Tulsi had a good showing in those first couple of debates, I thought. But I think part of the reason for this too is that people are so fed up.
Yeah.
They're so fed up with the status quo
Yeah.
that they're looking for outsiders. They're looking for outsiders. And that's why, if I have one criticism of Bernie, and I have more than one, but, one of my criticisms of Bernie, he is that outsider, but he doesn't want to be that outsider sometimes. Sometimes he wants to play it. He wants to play the game by the rules. And it's like, no, Bernie, be you. You've been
Yeah.
outside.
Don't
You've
pander.
been outside for 40 years, and that's why people love you now.
Yeah.
So be that guy. Don't play by the insider rules because they're going to try to screw you anyway, Bernie.
Yeah.
The people who blame you for Trump, they're going to hate you no matter what. They're going to vote for Trump before they vote for you. You've lost them anyway. And
Yeah.
you know what? You don't need them. You know why you don't need them? Because half the country doesn't vote. But they would vote for somebody like you because they've shown up for you before.
Yeah.
So be that freaking guy. Half the country doesn't vote. You know why most people don't vote, Pasta? Most people don't vote because they don't feel like there's an option on the ballot.
Yeah.
So I guess it makes sense that we have two candidates be as close together as possible, right? No, it makes zero sense. That's more establishment lies. Oh, we can't have somebody too left to take on Trump. No, let's have the opposite of Trump. Let's have an outsider take on an outsider who is the left wing to his right wing, and let's see what happens. Let's let the people decide
Yeah.
because they fell for fake populism. Let's see if they'll give real populism a chance. I have a feeling they will.
Yeah.
And if we throw up status quo establishment against Trump again, we're going to frickin' lose.
Yeah.
Just like we did in 2016. We're going to lose again.
You know, the thing about it too is that a lot of his staff, a lot of his people in his core, they're people from Center for American Progress. They really are. I mean, and that's a big problem. These people coming from the Center for American Progress that are giving him his foreign policy, guys like Matt Duss, and even his campaign manager. I mean, he has to make that change somehow. I don't know why he has aligned himself closely to so many establishment people. Like you said, he should be the outsider that it is. And by the way, I looked up Andrew Yang on Israel Palestine, and it says, "Did you know that I want to give every family $1,000 a month?" You were saying.
Somebody actually had a pretty interesting point. Oh, I lost it. Oh, Forsaken Companion says Yang was the most searched so people could enter his sweepstakes.
Not to vote for
Not
him.
to vote. I thought they should have announced that at the end. He left everybody hanging. And you know what? I was hoping that his surprise was he was going to show up to the debate in a Cure t-shirt. Because he mentioned there's no dress code. I was like, dude, he's going to show up in a Cure t-shirt and crowd surf his way to the stage.
It's
That's what he's
it's actually pretty factual. It says the related
What, the Cure t-shirt?
No. The related queries with Andrew Yang was that Andrew Yang raffle. That was
What?
Yeah.
That is so
So that
funny.
is accurate.
That is
Kimberly, so what was Yang's surprise? See what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
His
yeah, you talked
delivery
about it.
was not that good.
Yeah.
Kimberly's like, what was the surprise? I feel you, Kimberly. And Yang's surprise was that he was going to give some random folks like $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's
Did you?
that was his thing.
He didn't deliver it well when he says, "I'm Asian, so I talk to a lot of doctors." When he said that,
Yeah,
deliver that
he
line
was,
well.
He was
It's
trying
tough.
to make a joke.
Yeah, I know.
But he
was
said
so-
it like so straight-faced and
Yeah.
just straight-laced, and people were like, "What?"
Yeah, if you're gonna do it,
He was
go
trying,
for it.
He was
Commit
trying to make a
it.
joke. Yeah.
He got caught in no man's land, and he sucked. Andrew Yang, you suck as a comedian. You're probably better than Adam Schiff. You suck as a comedian. So.
He's better than Adam Schiff.
I hope so.
I'll give him that. I've never. You know what? I know this is shocking. Adam Schiff does do a comedy night in our neighborhood. Actually, we're not making this up. This is true. I've never been invited. I know that probably comes as a shock. I know, but he's probably seen my Twitter. I've never been invited to perform on Adam Schiff's comedy night. Which I'm glad because I would have. I mean, hey, dude, you gotta stage time is stage time.
Yeah. Yeah. Ashley, New Hampshire.
And I'd be like, is it a roast? I'll participate if it's a roast.
Ashley, New Hampshire, by the way, says that Bernie Sanders is being forced to play by the rules. Do you think that, Ron? That he's forced to play by the rules?
Well, you need to give a little more context in that. What do you mean by he's forced to play by the rules? Like, what do you mean by that? Do you mean that, like,
Ashley?
he's worried that the Democratic establishment will try to cheat him out? They're going to try to cheat him no matter what.
No matter what, they're going to try to cheat him.
They're going to try to cheat him. So maybe he thinks that if I play by the rules, they won't straight up cheat me. I think that's possible. I think he either thinks I have to do it this way, or if I do it this way, they won't try to cheat me.
Yeah.
And that's just me guessing. But as far as, like, are they going to be able to get him off the stage anytime soon? He's too big for them to do that. If he was less popular, they would have tried already. If he was less popular, neither him nor Tulsi would have been on tonight.
Yeah.
He just has too big of a following that they can't do that. And this is nothing new. Ever since I've been paying attention to politics, the anti-war voices, they try to nix first.
Yeah.
That's how it always works.
Always.
In 2008, who did they get off
Gravel.
that stage first? Well, Gravel, Kucinich,
Kucinich.
and Paul.
Exactly,
Which,
all gone.
You know, Paul doesn't have a lot in common with those other two. The one thing they do have in common, war. Non-interventionists,
Civil
all of them.
liberties.
That's what they have in common. So they
Yeah.
tried to get them off the stage first, and they worked. And they make up the rules as they go along. The fact that the name Democratic is in the DNC's name is irony at its most brilliant height.
Ashley, New Hampshire has an answer, by the way. She says, I think his staff is establishment, and that's what he's being told or forced to do this time around. I don't know. I mean, listen, I thought they got to him at the convention anyway, so, I mean, he changed after the convention, so.
I can't speak for every single person he's surrounded with. I mean,
Yeah.
I think, like Nina Turner's there beside him. I mean, there's some good folks beside him, too, but yeah, I mean.
Look at that other answer. Mike Ungerlander said, yeah, because playing by the rules worked so well for him in 2016.
No kidding.
You're right, Ungie.
No kidding.
It worked so well. Let's do it again. So, we
Let's
got anything
repeat
else to
this.
say? Are we going to get out of here right now? We got some, I got pasta on the stove I got to get up to.
Pasta's got pasta
Pasta's
on
got
the
pasta on
stove.
Why don't you give those tour dates again? Or?
I'll do some tour dates.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Grandma Oda and myself with the Progressive Comedy Tour. We're coming to Australia.
Mhm.
Get your tickets. Perth, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide. Tickets are available now. RonPlagone.com. Grab them. 2020 we'll be announcing really soon. Oh, in Los Angeles, we got some local stuff coming up. This Saturday is Politics Night at the Dojo at the Sycamore Tavern. And then September 26th is the Nest Ron Placone and Friends. A lot of fantastic comics on that lineup. And a lot of comics pop in and do sets. Comics like Jimmy Dore, like Graham Elwood, like Rick Overton, like Steph Semorano. You never know who's going to pop in on that night. So if you want to go to that show and you're in Los Angeles, go to ronplacone.com, email me. I'll put you on the guest list for one or both of them. Email me now. Say you saw it on our post-debate stream because we sat through all 2.5 hours of that bullshit. And if you did too, you deserve a reward. So let me know, and you can come to a comedy show either this Saturday or September 26th or both if you're in Los Angeles. Oh, some 2020 dates to mark your calendars for now. February 8th, Tucson, Arizona. April 10th. I'm going to be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. April 24th, Grandma and myself will be in Seattle, Washington, and more to come. We're going to be in Florida the weekend of March 12th through 15th, so mark your calendars there, Florida. And, check out Pasta over on the Convo Couch.
It says, Deza B says, let's get Pasta, Ron, and Graham all on the couch next time. We will. Don't worry about that. These guys will always be welcome here, and they love coming on. Once again, the Convo Couch has a new Twitter, YouTube, Rockfin is the most important thing. We want you guys to get over to Rockfin.
Rockfin's a groovy game. Rockfin's a groovy game.
Streaming So that's very, very
Combo
big.
Couch is on Rockfin. Ron Placone is on Rockfin. Grandma
Elwood.
Elwood is on
Yeah.
Rockfin. Nico House is on Rockfin. It's a really cool platform.
Rockfin,
And
Rockfin.
Rockfin. So please consider signing up for that, and please consider checking us out over there. Commercial free over there.
Yes.
Ad free over there. And
Johnny Sue.
Johnny Sue.
He's got something for us.
Rockfin, dude, they're about to blow up, dude. I'm telling you. Right now, they just got live streaming. They're about to have an app by the end of the month, I believe.
Awesome.
Or end of next month.
Oh, no
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, so they're just
Johnny's
improving,
the tech guy.
improving every day, and they are, Bitcoin or cryptocurrency based, and the value of the platform goes up as more subscribers and more people join the platform, and that's how it works.
You got to get that cryptocurrency up. Blockchains are important. It's saying rage against the machine. It's telling Wall Street, we don't need you anymore.
You know the drill. Lucy says meow.
Yes.
I say peace.
Yeah, we say.
Peace. We say peace.
Johnny Sue, Pasta Jardula. Fiorella will be us next time. Convo out.